Today I'm going to read you a book called Butterfly Life Cycle. It is written by Jeff Bauer, and this is a wonderful little story that tells us a little bit about the life of a caterpillar and a butterfly. It's full of information that will be helpful for you to learn some of the basics about caterpillars and butterflies. It says, "Look, it's a butterfly." This book will tell you about the lives of these beautiful bugs. If you look close, this is called a monarch butterfly. This is an ant, a grasshopper, and a ladybug. All three are classified as insects because they have 6 legs, 3 body parts, and antennae. Butterflies are insects. They have 6 legs, just like ants, grasshoppers, and ladybugs. Butterflies have 4 wings. Each wing is covered with thousands of tiny scales. The scales give butterfly wings their beautiful colors. Butterflies drink their meals through a thin tube called a proboscis. Their favorite meal is nectar, which they suck up from flowers. So if you look carefully, this shows you the 4 wings, and you can see beautiful symmetry, which we talked about in the last video. Symmetry is basically another word for similar or same or mirroring. And you can tell that this wing matches this wing because they have the black and white stripes along the edge. They have these 3 parts that are somewhat orange on this side, 3 on this side. There's the large orange here, and there's the large orange there. Same is true for the bottom 2 wings. So you can see there's an antenna here, eyes, the body. And then if you look up close at the many scales, this is just a picture of an up-close shot of the thousands of scales, and that is what gives butterflies their beautiful, beautiful coloring. And if you look here, the tiny straw, you see that right there, is how they suck up their nectar from the flowers. And if you remember, that word is called a proboscis. And so the proboscis is like a tube or a straw that the butterflies use to drink the nectar. Butterflies come in all different colors. Some have spots, some have stripes, and some seem like they have painted wings. But butterflies do not begin their lives looking this way. Let's take a peek at the life cycle of a monarch butterfly to see how they grow and change. This fun fact up here says that there are over 17,500 kinds of butterflies. How do you think the ones here got their names? This is called a tiger butterfly. This is an 89 butterfly. And this is called an owl butterfly. Do you have a suspicion as to why they're called what they're called? This owl butterfly looks like an owl. The tiger butterfly has stripes like a tiger. And if you look closely for the 89 butterfly, it almost looks as if there's an 89 written in its wing. Here's a peacock butterfly, an emerald butterfly, a zebra swallowtail butterfly, and a glass wing butterfly, which I think is absolutely amazing. Its wings are nearly clear. A female monarch butterfly lays an egg on a leaf. The egg is tiny. One egg is about the size of the period at the end of this sentence. Some butterflies lay more than 1,000 eggs during their lives. After a few days, the egg hatches. Out wiggles a very hungry caterpillar. First, the caterpillar eats its own eggshell, and then it starts munching leaves. You can see what a newborn caterpillar looks like right here next to its egg. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The caterpillar keeps eating and growing and changing. It starts out small and white, but soon it becomes long and covered with colorful stripes. Monarch caterpillars have these stripes that look just like this. They're yellow and white and black. And monarch caterpillars only eat milkweed plants. After about 2 weeks, the caterpillar takes a rest. It attaches to a twig or a leaf and then hangs upside down. Something amazing is about to happen. This is an interesting fact. Monarch caterpillars have 16 little legs. The caterpillar becomes a wrapped up package called a chrysalis. Inside the package, exciting changes are taking place. The chrysalis turns from green all the way to clear, and then presto changeo, the caterpillar has become a butterfly. So if you look up close while this caterpillar is making the chrysalis, you can see that it is first a greenish color. Then it starts to thin and it gets more and more clear until you can actually see the monarch butterfly on the inside. Chrysalis is just another name for a cocoon. It also has another name called a pupa. So there are 3 names for a caterpillar's little house that it stays in while it turns into a butterfly. Guess what happens next? The butterfly breaks out of the chrysalis and then it unfolds its wings, which are very soft and damp. The brand new butterfly waits in the sun for its wings to dry. Then, flutter, 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 away it flies. This says monarchs flap their wings 5 to 12 times per second. So you can see this process here as the caterpillar begins to take its wings and body outside of the chrysalis, and then it waits until the sun dries out its beautiful wings, and then it starts to fly away. So let's review what we have learned about a caterpillar or a butterfly's life cycle. So it says day 1, the female butterfly lays an egg on a leaf. After a few days, 4 days, a caterpillar hatches and it grows and grows. 2 weeks later, a caterpillar becomes a chrysalis. And then about a month after, it says a butterfly breaks out of the chrysalis. So the entire life cycle is only 1 month long. So all of those changes happen in approximately 1 month. Isn't that amazing? It says, do you remember the 4 main steps in a monarch butterfly's life cycle? We just reviewed them, and you can take a look at the pictures. And it says the life cycle of a monarch butterfly lasts for about 1 month. So I think that is an incredible, incredible thing that God has created, and so many details happen and are perfectly done in a butterfly's life cycle, and it all happens in just 1 month. This says, in the fall, monarch butterflies do what birds do. They fly south for the winter. This is called migration. And some monarchs go to California, and some go to Mexico. This map up here shows where monarchs migrate, and some travel 3,000 miles. In the early spring, the monarchs fly back north. A female lays an egg on a leaf, and then the butterfly life cycle will begin all over again. And the fun fact on this page says monarchs are poisonous to birds and other animals, and their bright wings say, "Don't eat me." So the coloring that the Lord gave to monarch butterflies is actually protection, because other animals and birds will see those bright colors and remember that those are very poisonous to them and they don't want to be eaten. Here are a few bonus facts that I thought were very interesting. It says, butterflies use their antennae to smell. So they don't have noses like you and I do, but they use their two antennae to smell. This says butterflies use their feet to taste. And Queen Alexandra's birdwing is the biggest butterfly, and it measures nearly a foot with its wings spread. So those are some interesting facts about butterflies. I hope that you learned something new reading this story, and I hope that you enjoy some of the butterfly activities that I have in the Google Classroom, and that you will take time this spring to find butterflies around your house.